I will say, let's start off with this. Will and I definitely have met several times. Is that correct?
Oh yeah. I mean, we ate lunch together several times a week for like,
Okay. A
I
mutual
mean,
friend,
loosely.
friend of the show, has said that you had no idea who I was. And I was like, we've had way too many interactions for him not to know who I was.
Yeah, I don't know why she was misguided in that way, but I guess she thought. She said that to me too, and I was like, "What do you mean? I know Daniel."
This is the Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
Hi, I'm
Okay?
someone else.
Who do we
So
have
you're going
today?
for
Yeah, who do we
I'm
have?
Elizabeth.
and I'm William.
Some people call me Liz. Some people call me Dizzle. The end of my introduction.
Anything else? Okay.
No.
William, anything?
Yeah, I mean, my name is William, and some people call me William. Not that exciting.
Fantastic. Let's get into what Liz is getting into.
I'm eating some huevos rancheros right now. It's got a tortilla on the bottom and then some refried beans and then some salsa and then an egg and then some guacamole. Nope. It's avocado. And then some cheese. And I'm going camping today.
All right, that was way too much. I can't keep track. So, I mean, what do you guys want to do today? We can. This is completely open-ended. You know, I feel a little left out because everyone else has a ton of stuff on their walls and an empty wall here. So,
Yeah, this is the longest I've been in one place in like 3 years, so I kind of went off with the decorations.
I've got Little Dicky right here. For the listeners, it's a photo of Little Dicky from when Little Dicky came to Georgia Tech my freshman year. And I stole the poster out of the ground, and it's been on my wall ever since.
Yeah, I don't have anything that interesting.
He signed it. Not really, though. There's a signature on it, but it's one of those, like, fake ones.
fake one?
You know, like how they, like, he signs a piece of paper and they, like, copy it onto everything else.
Oh,
You know, it's not real. It's like, you know, when you get a letter in the mail from the president, like, the president didn't actually sign this.
wait, what?
I don't even get fake signed letters from the president. Where are you getting letters from the president?
You know, like if you got like a president thing, you know, like the presidential like fitness thing in sixth grade, didn't you get like a certificate signed by the president? It's not actually signed
I
by
mean,
the president.
I guess I was not presidentially fit.
Yeah,
No, I
William was
wasn't
just
either.
not good enough
It
for
took me
that.
like 15 minutes to run a mile, so I didn't get the award. I saw
Did,
kids that had it.
oh, okay. Um, we do. We can dive right into it. Oh boy, who's got an echo?
I've got headphones on, so I think it's not me.
Yeah, so no finger pointing here, but we know who it is.
Well, Daniel, where are you now? Are you still in Atlanta?
I am not in Atlanta. I am in upstate New York performing work activities in a permanent
Oh, okay.
role. I have a
Nice.
job in upstate New York.
Did you graduate?
Yes, finished up. Graduated twice actually.
How old are you?
Top that. Oh, you don't want to know how old I am. That's yeah. Starts with a 5.
Is
We
it still
can.
echoing?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. If I have to throw the episode out, we throw it out. It's whatever. We can play the game. The game is called Questions or Answers. Okay, it's just this or that types of questions. Yes or no, whatever. Let me get this right here. So, because I always get this. There are no right answers, but there are wrong answers. Okay, so who wants to start?
I'll start.
Okay, I like
Just
the agency there. All
Thank
right.
you.
Let's see. We'll start at the beginning because you guys have never played this game. So, where was it? All right. Should rolling backpacks be allowed?
No, I hate them. In middle school, when everybody had rolling book bags, I hated them. I never owned one. I just thought they were annoying. I'd walk behind someone and I'd trip over it, and you look like a total dweeb if you use one. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess they're good for back support, but like, what kind of sixth grader has back problems? Um, but yeah, I hate them. They shouldn't be allowed. They're dumb. That's my opinion.
William, any comment?
No, I think Liz nailed it there.
Do you have light sensitive sneezes?
Oh yeah. Like if I feel like I need to sneeze, but it's about to escape, you just got to stare at a bright light, and then it's like magic. Although I have been told that my sneezes are excessively violent. My roommate's fiance has stopped blessing my sneezes. She no longer says bless you because she thinks that I'm craving attention and making my sneezes overly dramatic. But
Oh,
Uh, Tap water or
mine are
bottled water?
tap or
Go
bottled?
ahead. Nope, we're not moving on.
Tap.
yeah,
Come
Did you have something to say
on.
about the sneezes, or do you want
No, I don't.
no,
to? Okay. Tap water?
Yes, tap. Bottled water is a waste. Apparently, so I'm from Savannah, and apparently lots of people say that the water in Savannah tastes terrible, but I can't really tell, so I'm fine with drinking the tap water.
I mean bottled water was tap water at one point. Like there's literally all they do is filter and then throw some other random stuff in there. So like it's just different tap water, but covered in single-use plastic.
The Brita.
Is the TSA effective?
Effective at what?
You can answer the question however you want.
One time
I'll say
I was at the airport, and this old man was getting his stuff looked through because there was a Roomba in his carry-on, and apparently it wasn't allowed or something. But I was just thinking about why anyone would want a Roomba on a plane. So, yeah, I mean, they're just doing the Lord's work, just getting the Roombas out of the planes. Um, I'm a little scared of the body machine that you like, do that number. I feel like it's gonna like kill me or something, give me radiation. I don't know. So yes, I think it does something.
I may have more interesting TSA effectiveness stories to share this summer because we are likely going to be taking our satellite on an airplane. And I don't know if you could guess this, but a small satellite very much looks like a bomb in terms of lots of random electrical components and packaged away in a little metal box. So, but apparently we just emailed them and they were like, yeah, it's no problem. Just like take it on the airplane. And I was like, yeah, but like It's a bunch of metal inside more metal that we don't want to let you put through your little scanner machine because it'll destroy it. So
How
I
big
was
is
I
it?
was thinking we were going to need like a signed. Oh, the satellite is grapefruit sized, but it has this aggressively over-engineered box that it goes into that's like, I don't know, the size of like one of those like giant things of ice cream that you find at the store with a little party handle. And then it goes inside
Bluebell?
another suitcase. Well, even bigger than Bluebell, the little like the stuff that's just cold whipped cream, you know. And then it's got a
Nah,
bigger
that stuff's
suitcase
not
that goes
good.
inside of that's full of foam. Um, it is a little bit jank, but hopefully it keeps it safe.
Okay. Next topic. Have you ever gotten secondhand sunscreen?
I think I think I one time was given like a thing of sunscreen out of like my dad's golf bag. I don't think I ever used it because it was expired, but I guess I did get it.
That's not how people usually answer that question. That's good though. Never
I
heard of that
bet I thought
interpretation.
I was thinking you were probably going from the whole like, did you bump up against someone who then sunscreened you in that manner? But
That's a third way.
How do people normally answer it? Because I was getting it as like a someone gives you an old sunscreen too.
Most people think of downwind,
oh,
like a downwind
that's
situation.
I think
Oh,
of
like
it
a
more as like
spray
you're just
sunscreen.
Yeah. Some
No,
most people interpret it.
I don't like spray. So I avoid that stuff like crazy. I do don't. It gets in your mouth and it's just not fun.
Uh, okay, another one. Should cargo shorts be allowed?
No, it's terrible, terrible shorts. I'm sorry if y'all own them, but like they're always too long. They're always like below the knee or like at the knee, and like they're always empty. I mean, come on, if you've got cargo shorts, at least like put them to use and fill them up with something, you know? But yeah, they're just not cute. Um, the only person that can wear them is Napoleon Dynamite. So that's my opinion.
I don't own a pair of cargo shorts anymore, but I do
Anymore.
like, well, you know, we all had times in our life, you know. But I do have a pair of shorts that has like a little zipper pocket on the side that is very handy. I don't think they qualify as cargo shorts, but extra pockets can be very useful. I'm hesitant to slander the cargo shorts.
Okay. Is Tanner attractive?
Tanner.
So this is referring to Tanner debates. I can try to find a picture,
No, I know who he is.
but I'm pretty sure you know who he is. Yeah,
We were in
that's the
France
question.
together. Um, is he gonna listen to this? Like, I feel like
He
I
doesn't
should
listen.
look him up.
He doesn't listen. But I ask everyone this, so not like it's.
Um,
He has approved of this question too, by the way.
like, what's the scale? Like, drop dead, like gorgeous, hot, cute, ugly, repulsive. Like,
You can put him anywhere in that
because I don't think he's
spectrum.
on like the sexy hot scale, but maybe on like the cute scale. Like he looks lovable, you know, boyish. That's my
He's
final
not as
answer.
attractive as you, Daniel.
Okay, well, let's just move on to the next one. Uh, okay, the next one. White or black? Careful.
White.
I'll go with black.
Not really that time to choose white here. Let's just cut that part out. Sydney or Cindy?
Sydney. Cindy
Yeah,
sounds like a mom.
Okay. Are allergies good for the economy?
no. They keep me from being outside and spending money on things I don't need in the springtime.
They are. I mean, like those nose sprays are like $15 for a little bottle. Like, and I buy them every time because I need them. So I think it is stimulating the economy. Zyrtex and all that is money.
Uh, Pop rock or rock pop?
I'll say pop rock because I feel like rock pop is usually very odd.
Okay.
I don't know. Distinguish, I need an example.
Well, rock pop is something I made up. So, I mean, uh,
You wouldn't call
it,
that when a rock band tries to
to do,
be more current and then it's just bad.
yeah, you could say that. I don't know. Is there really a difference?
What even is a genre? We're all
If you
just
walk by
famous.
if you walk by someone you know, do you say hi?
Yes.
If I walk by someone doing what? Do I say what? Say
Just
that
walk by
again,
someone
sorry.
you know. If you walk by someone you know, do you say hi?
Um, yeah, usually if I'm walking alone and I haven't spoken in a while, I get like where I can't talk. Like I get like some phlegm in my throat, you know? So I'll try to say hi, but it's like a really weak hi. So I usually go for a wave.
Is pudding just refrigerated ice cream?
Oh.
I don't think I've ever had pudding, but I am a big ice cream fan. I'll go with no.
Never had pudding?
No,
Wait, you've
I
never
don't
had
think
like
so.
wait, what's it called?
You ever had dirt? What?
What is it? Oh my, dirt pudding? You've never had dirt
Okay, I
pudding?
might have had one of the with the crumbly Oreos and like the gummy worms. I might have had one of those. I can't remember what that's called either, but
It's called dirt pudding. It's delicious.
just not a big pudding guy, I guess.
Boneless or bone in?
Bone in.
Um, boneless. Man, now I'm in the mood for wing nuts. You can't even say wings around me. Makes me hungry for
I
wing
didn't say
nuts.
wings.
Yeah, but it made me think of wings. Whenever I think
Uh,
of
Do you miss
wings, I
do you
want
miss
wing
wing nuts,
nuts.
Daniel?
yeah,
Do they
you
have
know
wing
what?
nuts in upstate New York?
There's wings here. I'm near Buffalo, so there's enough wing places here. But
Buffalo's like the
Oh,
worst wing
buffalo
place, I guess.
sauce.
they have some good wing places. Yeah, but I don't have wing nuts. So I have I shouldn't say. Never mind. Laptop or
Say
top lap?
it.
Move on. Laptop or top lap?
Laptop.
Laptop. I want a laptop now.
Maybe this is a bad game for Liz. All right, this is a three-fer, okay? It's three options. Neil, Patrick, or Harris?
I'll go with Neil.
Um, this is a tough one. Probably Patrick.
Are cupcakes just muffins with icing?
No. You got like a distinctly different texture there.
Yeah, I say no because I feel like a muffin is defined as like a, a something with chunks inside of it, like blueberries or strawberries or chocolate chips.
Poppy seeds?
But poppy
Chunks.
seeds, little
I don't think
chunks.
those are chunks.
But a muffin or a cupcake doesn't can have no chunks and still be delicious.
Are you saying that
Okay.
muffins that don't have chunks are not delicious?
Like what kind of like a plain muffin? That's not a thing.
Like a poppy seed muffin.
I haven't had enough poppy seed muffins to comment on whether they're good or not.
Hmm.
Have you ever not gone to an event because your phone wasn't charged?
Is it dead
My
or is it
memory's
at
not
like
that good.
2%?
However you want to interpret it.
Do I have to drive there?
Look, you create the situation.
Um, yeah, I could easily go someplace. Last week my phone broke, the screen broke, so I didn't have a phone for a day and I lived.
Uh, uh, is March 4th the most progressive day of the year?
No. All I know about March 4th is my entire phone is just covered in marching band stuff all day long.
What happens on March 4th? March 24th or 4th?
March 4th.
I mean, it's just like a
March.
pun, right? Like March 4th,
Yeah,
like marching
it's just a
band.
pun.
Like the band kids came up to it or came up with it to like be like May the 4th, but it's March 4th. I don't like it.
Scratch that one. Is corn on the cob just the chef being lazy?
Oh, it's fun to eat off the cob.
I don't think, I mean, shucking corn is not a trivial process.
So yes.
I don't think the chef's being lazy. It still takes work.
I think it's
I think
hard to cut
there's
it
like
off the cob.
those wedge salads. That's the chef being lazy. All you do is cut like a thing of lettuce in half and throw some ranch on it, and then it's like a salad all of a sudden.
If I was served that, I would walk out of the restaurant. A wedge salad? That sounds terrible.
You've never seen that before? It's just like a wedge of iceberg
No.
lettuce, and it's got like just like bacon and like some dressing drizzled on it. It's like, okay, I guess that's a thing.
Iceberg lettuce is the worst lettuce too. Wedge salad. I'm Googling it. Oh, it's got like bacon on top. Oh, this thing looks terrible. Corn on the cob is delicious. That's
I,
my answer.
Stacy or Stacy's mom?
Stacy's mom.
Agreed.
Uh, no, yeah. Are napkins just rough tissues?
No, they're more absorbent.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of napkins that don't really do anything. I feel like they just smear stuff around half the time.
That was a hot take. Are teeth just exposed bones?
Yeah, I'll get on board with that.
I don't think a tooth is a bone. Dad's a dentist. I feel like he would have a good answer to this.
Bring him on.
Will, yeah, no, I say no, because are they really exposed? Because your mouth is closed.
Okay, something to think about there. Drops or Jupiter?
Jupiter. It's a cool planet.
I actually think Jupiter's kind of a dumb planet as far as planets go, so I'll go with drops.
Whoa. Okay.
It's out there hoarding all the moons, you know? It's got like 60 moons. What is it going to do with that many moons?
That's true. That's too many. Where was I lost it? Oh, is it possible to have pre-TSD?
I think that's just called anxiety.
Pre-TSD.
I had some pre-TSD when I saw a box of Smirnoff Ice in my room.
Wouldn't that be PTSD though?
No, because the box meant that they were going to be hidden around my room, and I was gonna get iced.
Yeah, but you have that fear because of past experiences with ice.
I've never been iced before.
Oh, you've never been iced before. That changes the game.
I'm still reeling because I was iced right before this. It was not a good time.
You just got iced?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I've never been iced before. I hope to never.
Could be arranged. I think there's a couple left.
Doesn't have to be arranged.
Is it okay to mingle at a funeral?
I mean, wait, by mingle, do you mean like mingle as in like trying to get in a relationship?
Yeah.
Or are you just talking about like chatting with people? Chatting with people is fine. Trying to get in a relationship, that's kind of disrespectful.
I don't know. Some people maybe want that at their funeral. Maybe that's how they want to go out.
Maybe they were fun, but grandmas don't want that unless it's a cool grandma, maybe.
I think it'd be weird to not mingle with anyone at a funeral. That'd be kind of sad.
Yeah, you got to talk to people, but you're not trying to get them a date, you know.
Science or fiction?
Fiction.
I don't like science fiction that much, so I'm going to say fiction.
Is kickball for people that are bad at baseball?
No, it's different. You're using different muscles. Kickball's for people that's bad at all sports. So.
Oh, okay.
Well, see,
no one's ever gone that far with it.
That's what I thought too. And then we played intramural kickball, and we were just out there to have a good time, and we got demolished. Like it wasn't even fun. Like we were just no chance. I remember being way better at kickball than I am now. I'm apparently really bad.
My intramural team got demolished by the rec club team this year. Those kids, they could kick it so far. I can barely kick it at all. So it's fun for people that are bad. It's one of my fave sports, definitely. But only if people don't take it seriously.
And they use this huge ball so that when you drop it, it's like even more embarrassing because it's like all you had to do is just hug it, and you can't even handle that. Like,
It's hard to catch.
Yeah, I didn't realize I would strike a chord with that question. Should t-shirt tucking be allowed?
I tuck in pretty much every t-shirt I wear with jeans.
if you're wearing gym shorts, it's a hard no.
Yeah, I don't tuck in my shirts into athletic bottoms, but jorts, jeans, etc. is a tuck.
Does "I'll let you know" mean no?
Yes.
Oh gosh. Nothing else?
No, I'm gonna defer to Liz on that one.
You're afraid to answer?
Or I'll think about it. That's also a no.
Okay, yeah. I'll add that to the
Oh, no,
list.
I'll think about it. It's definitely a no.
Okay.
And for me, I'll let you know is more of just like I don't want to keep talking to you anymore.
You've said it several times to me. It, are are country clubs just cults for old people?
I think it's cults for rich people.
Um, hmm,
Maybe
yeah,
let's
sure.
specify wealthy people because that's the way that they would that's the way they would put it.
Instead of rich. The upper class.
Still a cult though.
Still a cult.
Oh wait, I was
Definitely.
told during this podcast that I should try to do an accent that's non-regional, but I forgot. Could y'all tell I have a regional accent? Yes.
I don't know what that means.
Like I was supposed to have a non-Southern accent, but I forgot, and I don't know how to do a non-Southern accent, so here we are.
I've been told that I have no accent, but I'm not convinced. I think living in Georgia maybe brought it back a little bit, but I think Virginia is just this weird no man's land where it's just a very boring dialectical place.
I didn't notice either way, so it's
Okay, good.
sorry. Stromboli or calzone?
Stromboli.
Yeah, Stromboli's the move. Calzone is just like you screwed up your pizza and so you're trying to salvage it. Stromboli's like you set out to do this thing.
The
Is soda?
Stromboli.
Hmm? What's a stromboli?
It's like when
Yeah.
you roll up the you like make it into like a roll.
Instead of like
Then
a
when you put it into, it's
calzone where
like
you fold it in
this
half.
sideways. Yeah.
I choose calzone.
Is soda an excuse to have dessert during the meal?
I don't drink soda, so I wouldn't know. I just have dessert during the meal anyways.
I say yes.
I just have a tub of cookie dough in my fridge at all times.
Full House?
Huh?
Full House?
I don't know
Is
I don't know what word you're saying.
it Toll House? Toll House?
Oh yeah,
cookie
yeah,
dough?
oh yeah, of course, of course. It's the 2 pound tubs. Um,
Y'all, okay, listeners, you gotta do this. Go buy a log of cookie dough, a Toll House log of cookie dough, and break the seal. Just plop the whole thing into a pan and put it in the oven for like 20 minutes at like 350 or something. Then take it out. The outside should have a nice little crust on it, and the inside is like warm cookie dough. It's delicious.
Have you ever had fried cookie dough? They do it at the state fair, and it's like it's one of those things where like you have like one bite and it's so rich that you're like, I'm good. But it's just so your fried Oreos too, also very good. But the fried cookie dough is my favorite.
Mm, delish.
All right. Are
Andrew,
potlucks?
Daniel, you never told us what your favorite method of eating cookie dough is.
I don't typically partake in eating cookie dough.
So your
Uh,
favorite way is to eat cookies.
yeah, I usually just make the cookies. Just go the extra step. All right, that was disappointing. Are potlucks just parties for lazy hosts?
I mean, the
I don't
host
know.
has to provide something.
Host has to clean up too. That's the work part, you know.
Yeah.
They have to clean up beforehand and after. They have to make themselves look presentable. You have to do the dishes.
I mean, potlucks are how we do all of our like game day watch parties. So I'm a big fan, you know, because then everyone can just make their favorite thing. You know, if people don't like making a salad, it's not they don't have to make a salad. They can just make whatever they want.
I feel like the alternative question is, are potlucks for people that don't want to spend a lot of money? Mm.
That's everyone I know, so it doesn't narrow anything down.
Uh, are you a bathroom talker?
A bathroom talker
Yeah, bathroom talker.
to like strangers?
The bathroom talker.
If it's someone I
Um,
know very well, then maybe, but never a stranger. I mean, Daniel, you're very familiar with the men's bathroom in Bobby Dodd Stadium. Um,
Okay, you said that kind of weird, but I've been there.
well, I was there at one game and I was just minding my own business, staring straight ahead as you should, and I did notice that the person as I walked up, I did notice the person next to me was wearing a weirdly familiar jacket, and I was like, I don't know, and he just asked me, "Are you in the band?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean that's why I'm wearing this uniform." And he was like, "Do you know?" And then he said the name of like my good friend who was standing next to him in the stands. I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Well, tell her dad says to answer your phone." It's just the most bizarre bathroom interaction. It's probably the most dad energy I've ever seen anyone exude, though. Like to speak to a stranger at a urinal, to tell them to ask your daughter to answer their phone at a football game.
What's so urgent?
Exactly. Like what is she going to do about it? It's not like she can go anywhere.
Hey, go pick up the groceries.
um, I have I have been known to answer the phone on the toilet before. And I have had conversations with people that are outside of the stall and I'm inside the stall, or we're both in stalls, but it's always friends. I don't talk to random people.
Well, Liz and I do also have an app that does notify us when our friends poop. So,
Map. Elizabeth Poops
Daniel,
111.
Daniel, are you on Poop Map?
I'm not. I guess I'm not as hip as the kids are these days, you know, given my immense age.
My poop map was blowing up this morning. I think everyone I follow pooped this morning. It's like a notification every 10 minutes or something.
Look at that.
Yeah, it was. And it
It
gives
was
you it
really
gives you fun
beautiful.
little it gives you fun little messages like, for example, shits by Ari just shifted the Earth's gravitational field. You know that person, Daniel.
I've never heard of that person.
Brianna.
Don't know who that is. No idea.
I think it's really beautiful whenever you're pooping, and while you're logging your poop, you get a notification that someone else is pooping. It's like, it's one of the simpler things in life. Like, just knowing that you're on this planet pooping at the same time as one of your best friends, just like, it's just really awesome, really beautiful.
It is a beautiful moment.
Uh, um, next question. Have chess or checkers?
Checker. I don't think I could win a game of chess, so I'll go with checkers.
I can't even
Have you
remember what each piece does in chess.
have you ever flirted in an airport? This is a long thinking.
I'm usually
I'll,
with
I'll,
my
I'll,
parents, so I feel like I wouldn't do that in front of my parents.
I'll go with yes, just because I feel like it's likely. But let's be clear, like not with a stranger. Like it would have been with someone like that I at least knew beforehand.
I don't think anyone's ever said yes to this, so William. Are paper clips just staples with commitment problems?
Are paper clips just reusable staples?
Paper clips can't be as thick as staples. Like they can't hold as much paper, so they're
I think
not
the
as
ones with
useful.
the staples with commitment problems are the ones that get like bent outwards instead of inwards.
Like the black ones.
I don't know. I'm not. It's just like sometimes you know how you can flip the little thing on the stapler around, and then instead of like stapling it in, it staples them out.
Oh,
But then
I
no one ever
hate when
uses
it
that
does the
confirm.
outward one. That never holds it together.
Why it's got commitment issues.
Uh, yeah, right. Basement or attic?
Basement. Attic, it's too hot. There's too likely to be wildlife up there. I know there's no justification for this, but every time I walk into my attic, I'm scared I'm going to find a snake. Like, I don't know how the snake would get up there. I'm just always scared I'm going to find a snake.
Now, the attic at my house is really dark and scary, but basements are also kind of scary. I'm gonna go with neither.
Okay. Are you sometimes your own worst enemy?
Yeah, I think
Always,
from the perspective of someone that overthinks a lot of things, I think I can definitely be my own worst enemy.
always my best enemy.
Oh, okay. Uh, do you understand sleeveless hoodies?
No. Don't understand them. Never have. Like, do they
Um,
even sell those, or is that something that like you have to make yourself? Like, you have to want it so bad that you have to like cut half the material off of this garment that you just purchased.
No, I think they would make that because there has to be a market for it.
I feel like it's just Bill Belichick and boxers trying to lose weight before a fight. I feel like that's the only market.
just so you look like a badass with a hood, but you've got the arm mobility. So it's pretty much the best of both worlds.
Airflow, yeah, good airflow.
Hmm.
I will say it is intriguing because I don't know if you've ever had a rain jacket with like the pit zips, is what they call them. And it seems really dumb, but it is life changing. It is absolutely life changing because I think you never realize how hot and sweaty you get inside a rain jacket until you have
Hmm.
ventilation. It's nice on ski jackets too, because as you're like going down the slope, you get like a nice breeze running through your jacket.
True.
All right, last one. Is whole milk just cream?
Oh. Cream is just cream.
Yes.
Whole milk is great. Skim
I
milk
don't
is,
drink
is just
milk.
skim milk is just white water.
Well, on that note, I think that's it.
Wait, why is this podcast called the Experience Podcast?
How was your experience? It's fine.
Oh, 5 out of 5.
Yeah, there we go.
That's I'm really
Um,
rating this on Poop Map. 5 stars.
yeah, 5 stars on Poop Map, 5 stars on Google Reviews. I've gotten recently into Google Reviews.
Hmm.
So if you were a location, I would definitely leave you a review, but I can't.
You can
Is
leave.
that a good or bad pickup line, do we think?
You can leave a review on the podcast feed, wherever you get your podcasts.
This one's Spotify.
Yeah, it's on Spotify.
Fall asleep to it at night.
I
Oh,
struggled to
definitely.
find it on Spotify. I was trying to do some research before I came on.
If you go to anchor.fm/the experience with the hyphen in the middle, the dash experience, it'll pull up all the options there, like where you want to listen. If you search it, it might come up because there's enough episodes. But
Hey,
I think
where's Blake at?
Blake, he's, doing something.
Is he so he's normally on this?
I wouldn't say normally, semi-regularly. He's supposed to be on.
Episode 144. It's a lot of episodes, Daniel.
It's way too many episodes. This is my primary source of income, so gotta keep it going.
I better go get a lot of listens then. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
keep
get you out
downloading
to
it.
New York.
Yeah.
Too cold up there.
Huh?
Too cold up there.
It's pretty cold. It's been hot today, and by hot I mean 45 degrees. Like 45 degrees
Um,
feels like 70.
Wait, how many people listen to this usually?
People,
Tanner is on this like once a week.
this is only a weekly podcast, so I don't think he's on once a week.
Also, who's his other Elizabeth chick? Do I need to fight her?
That is Elizabeth Gilbert.
I'm gonna fight her because I am the only Elizabeth allowed on this podcast show.
All right. Well, we'll get you two on the same. You know what? She didn't even respond to me last night. Oh,
So
yesterday.
rude.
Yeah, I haven't talked to her in a while. This is why we need to bring Band Table back.
It's just the podcast, guys. Okay, it's just come on the podcast. All right, fine. I'll stop having Tanner on the show. Apparently,
Good.
or anyone else named
Wait,
Elizabeth.
wait. Does Tanner answer the question, is Tanner attractive?
He might have answered a while ago. That question's been on there for like 2 years now or something. So,
Well, what was his answer?
Oh.
what was his answer? I'm sure his answer was, well, you'll have to listen to find out.
Which one? He's on so many.
Oh, yeah, he was on them. Yeah. I'm sure his answer. We've asked people the question while he was on the show too. So again,
That
Other
provides a
people?
real-time reference.
he approves of the question, so it's okay. I did ask him. I was like, hey, can I ask people this question? He was like, yeah, go ahead.
Did you come up with all the questions?
Those are all my original questions.
Wait, I have a question for you.
Oh no.
Have you ever heard of the phrase belly washer, as in to describe a large, like 36 ounce drink from a gas station?
I've never heard it called that.
I'm glad it has a name though.
I'm trying to prove a point because my friends think that my family's the only people that say that, but I've gotten at least one other person say that their grandpa once used the phrase. I'm trying to find more people that will support me.
I can try to throw it in at work, you know, toss it into conversation, see if it sticks.
Like, oh, you're gonna go get a belly washer.
Yeah.
Or they'd probably say a belly washer of pop. Or no, that's more Midwestern, I guess, than Northeastern.
Yeah, no. I think it's soda.
That infuriates me. It makes, I don't know why, just using the word pop, it just makes no sense.
Pop. Oh wait, I have another question for you. Have you ever eaten a Speedy Gonzales at a Mexican restaurant?
I'm inclined to say no.
What is a Speedy Gonzales?
It's a taco, an enchilada, and a side of rice or beans. It's usually
I
like
thought you were going to
less
say
than
it was
$5.
a taco inside of an enchilada.
Yeah, that's
No,
what.
no, 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 no,
That'd
no.
be more
It's just-
exciting.
It's just a lunch combo. And I threw the phrase out there one time, and my friends were like, "What the heck is that?" And I'm like, "This is on every Mexican restaurant menu ever." But I made another Twitter poll about it, but only my brother said he's had one. So,
Well, they don't have it at Twisted Taco, so.
well, Twisted Taco, it's like like the Tex-Mex restaurant, like a, I don't know what an example of one in
Sounds like there's one
Atlanta.
very specific restaurant where this
Like
is
a
a
like a
menu
La
item.
Paria.
Do they have it there?
They do.
Is La Paria
My
Tex-Mex?
brother.
It was a La Paria, yeah.
My brother has screenshots of it to prove to his friend who thought that a Speedy Gonzales was made up by my brother. But it's not. It's all menus, people.
Okay, I'll have to look.
I thought I had some weird sayings, but I think you got me beat there.
Like what?
Well, my friends in high school got confused by "as the crow flies," but that's a very common one. Like y'all heard that before, right?
Yeah,
Like
that's
as the
something
crow
people
flies.
say.
Yeah.
I would never say it because I don't know what it means, but I've heard people say it.
Well, it's just like the straight line, like A to B.
Okay. We believe you.
That's
All right.
what we learn in aerospace engineering classes, is how the crow flies.